You're listening to The Binge. And if you're here, you already know the deal. We don't dabble, we don't sample, we devour. Movies, TVs, books, music, hobbies, cultural obsessions, both highbrow and low. If it can be consumed with unhealthy levels of enthusiasm, we're on it. I'm your host, and each week, I'll be your enabler, your partner in obsession, your guide through the glorious rabbit hole of all-consuming passion. Consider this your official invitation to abandon all sense of moderation. Clear your schedule, loosen your belt, and prepare to surrender to the insatiable hunger. This is The Binge.
It's the Binge Podcast where everything's at last. It's the Binge Podcast. Come join us fast.
And now we reach the point in the show where polite discourse takes a flying leap out the nearest window. Yes, it's time for the rant, the segment where I, your humble host, unleash my pent-up fury on some topic that has thoroughly and utterly ruined my week, my month, or possibly my entire goddamn existence. So buckle up, because things are about to get loud, possibly a little sweary, and almost certainly completely unreasonable. You have been warned. This is The Rant.
Cast anthem, daily grind. Thoughts unleashed, no place to hide. Passion storming every mind. Tune in, tune out, tonight we ride.
Right. I need to get something off my chest. Self-service checkouts. Has there ever been a more godforsaken invention in the history of retail? I mean, who the fuck came up with this idea? Some sadist, clearly. Some soulless automation who gets a kick out of watching human beings struggle with technology that's only slightly more advanced than a toaster. A toaster, I might add, that at least has the decency not to yell at you when you try to use it. You walk into a supermarket, right? You've got your basket full of carefully selected groceries, you're ready to go home, and maybe, have a bit of peace and quiet. But no, the supermarket, in its infinite wisdom, has decided that instead of employing actual human beings to do the job they're paid to do, a job, I might add, that they're generally quite good at because they do it all day, every day, they're going to make you do it. Yes, you, the customer who just wants to buy some goddamn bread and cheese without having to perform a goddamn song and dance for the machine. A song and dance that usually involves a lot of frantic scanning and muttered curses. So you approach the self-service checkout, and immediately you're confronted with a barrage of beeps and flashing lights and a voice that sounds like a constipated robot barking instructions at you. Place your item in the bagging area. What bagging area? The tiny ledge that's barely big enough to hold a tin of beans? And why is it so insistent? Unexpected item in the bagging area. Beep, beep, beep. Jesus Christ. I put a bag in the bagging area, you stupid machine. Is that so unexpected? Is it really beyond the realm of possibility that a human being might want to, put their groceries in a bag? Then you try to scan your items. You hold the barcode up to the scanner, you wave it around a bit, you try angling it this way and that, but no, the machine just sits there, stubbornly refusing to acknowledge the existence of your goddamn groceries. It's like it's playing some kind of elaborate game with you, a test of your patience and your will to live. You feel the queue of increasingly impatient human beings behind you, their eyes boring into the back of your skull, silently judging your incompetence. Their tuts and sighs are a symphony of disapproval, a chorus of, "Get a move on, you Neanderthal." And then, when you finally manage to scan everything, you have to deal with the payment. Insert your card. Okay, fine. Enter your PIN. No problem. Remove your card. I did, you twat. Are you sure you have removed your card? Yes, I'm fucking sure. I wouldn't be standing here staring at you with this look of sheer, unadulterated rage if I still had my card. Do you think I enjoy standing here bathed in the sticky glow of your screen while you question my every move? And then, If you're really unlucky, the machine decides it needs assistance, so you have to stand there, like a lemon, waiting for some poor, overworked shop assistant to come over and press a few buttons, all the while trying to maintain some semblance of human dignity as the robot voice continues to berate you for your failure to operate its idiotic contraption. You're standing there, a grown adult, defeated by a machine that was probably designed by a teenager in his garage. I tell you, it's enough to make you want to abandon your cart and walk out of the supermarket altogether. And you know what? Sometimes I do. Because life's too short to argue with a self-service checkout. Life's too short to feel the cold, unblinking stare of a machine judge your every action. All right, Bingers, it's time for our top 10 list. This is the top 10 things about online meetings that make me want to scream. Let's go.
Top 10 time, it's the thrill of the night. Rankings up high, feeling safe flight. Listening close, get ready to climb. We're counting it down, it's top 10 time.
1. Can you hear me? The immortal question, repeated ad nauseum for the first 10 minutes of every meeting, followed by a chorus of, "You're breaking up," and "Try muting and unmuting." It's a technological Groundhog Day. 2. Muted but not muted. You think you're muted. You're having a private conversation with someone in your home, making a snarky comment, or singing along to your favorite song. Then you realize with dawning horror that everyone can hear you. 3. People who don't use headphones. We can hear your dog barking, your kids screaming, your neighbor mowing the lawn, your partner having a very loud phone conversation. It's like we're all living in some kind of chaotic, shared audioscape. 4. You're in the middle of making a brilliant point, a real mic drop moment when your screen freezes. You're stuck in some grotesque facial expression, your words hanging in the digital ether, your moment lost forever. 5. Virtual backgrounds. Oh, you're in space? You're on the beach? You're in front of the Golden Gate Bridge? We know you're really in your messy living room, and your fake background is just making it worse. 6. The "let's take this offline." The phrase that signals the meeting is about to devolve into a pointless side conversation that no one else cares about. It's the black hole of productivity. 7. The people who eat on camera. Do we really need to see and hear you chewing? It's distracting, it's unpleasant, and it's a violation of basic Zoom meeting etiquette. 8. The endless meetings that could have been emails. That meeting that drags on for an hour covering topics that could have been summarized in a 5-sentence email. It's a special kind of soul-crushing time suck. 9. The "I have to drop off for another meeting." The polite way of saying, "I'm bored out of my skull and I can't take another minute of this," but we all know the truth. 10. The realization that this is our life now. The dawning, depressing understanding that this is how we connect now. Staring at faces in little boxes, pretending to listen, and silently yearning for the sweet release of death. That has been your top 10 list. The utter absurdity of self-service checkouts. Let's talk about self-service checkouts, shall we? Of all the truly baffling innovations humanity has foisted upon us, the self-service checkout has to rank somewhere between the pet rock and that whole new Coke debacle. I mean, who in their right mind thought this was a good idea? Some poor, overworked retail executive, no doubt, desperately trying to justify their existence in a boardroom filled with other equally clueless individuals. You can picture the scene, can't you? A bunch of suits sitting around a polished table fueled by lukewarm coffee and the desperate need to appear innovative. "We'll make the customers do the work," one of them proclaims, and the rest nod in solemn agreement, failing to grasp the sheer, unadulterated hell they are about to unleash upon the world. You walk into a grocery store, right? You've gathered your provisions, your sustenance, the stuff that keeps you from, dying. You approach the checkout area and what do you see? A wasteland of beeping metal contraptions, each one emitting an aura of pure hostility. It's like walking into some kind of dystopian future where humans have been replaced by malfunctioning robots with a penchant for passive-aggressive nagging. There, in the distance, you might spot one or two actual human cashiers, their eyes filled with a 1,000-yard stare, clearly contemplating the futility of their existence. They've seen things, those cashiers. Things no human should ever have to witness, like the sheer, unbridled rage of a middle-aged woman wrestling with a recalcitrant barcode. But the self-service lanes? Those are legion. A vast beeping army of metallic misery. So you steel yourself, take a deep breath, and approach the nearest available machine. Immediately, you're confronted with a screen that looks like it was designed by a committee of angry engineers who were also recently subjected to a particularly unpleasant software update. Place your item in the bagging area, it commands, in a tone that suggests you're about to commit a felony. The bagging area, of course, is a platform the size of a postage stamp, barely capable of supporting a single can of beans without threatening to tip the whole contraption over. It's a cruel joke, a test of your spatial reasoning skills that you never asked to take. You scan your first item. Beep. So far, so good. A flicker of hope, a brief shining moment of technological harmony. Then you scan a second item, and all hell breaks loose. Unexpected item in the bagging area. The machine screeches as if you've just attempted to smuggle a live badger through the checkout. You frantically rearrange your groceries, trying to appease the electronic overlord, all while a queue of increasingly impatient shoppers forms behind you, their collective sigh a palpable wave of judgment. You can feel their eyes on you, those silent, condemning stares that say, "Can't you even operate a checkout machine, you pathetic excuse for a human being?" And the scanning itself? Don't even get me started. You contort your wrist, you angle the barcode, you practically perform a goddamn interpretive dance for the scanner, but it remains stubbornly unresponsive. You begin to suspect the machine is actively mocking you, taking perverse pleasure in your ineptitude. It's a battle of wills, a technological showdown between man and machine, and the machine is clearly winning. You wouldn't be surprised if it started emitting a low, guttural chuckle. Then, of course, there's the payment. Insert your card. You do. Enter your PIN. You comply. You even manage to remember your 4-digit code without having a minor existential crisis. Remove your card. You would think this would be the easy part, the final act of this technological ballet of misery, but no. Are you sure you have removed your card? The machine insists, as if you're some kind of senile octogenarian who's lost all sense of reality. You yank your card out with unnecessary force just to prove a point and glare at the machine with pure hatred. By this point, you're sweating, your hands are trembling, and you're seriously considering abandoning your cart and making a run for it. You fantasize about knocking the machine over, giving it a good swift kick, and making a dramatic exit, scattering groceries in your wake. But you persevere, driven by a stubborn refusal to be defeated by a machine that was probably assembled in a sweatshop by underpaid robots with a grudge against humanity. And when it's all finally over, when you successfully have navigated the labyrinthine interface and emerged blinking into the harsh fluorescent light of the supermarket, you are left with a profound sense of emptiness. You've saved approximately 30 seconds, but you've sacrificed a piece of your soul in the process. You feel vaguely violated, as if you've just been subjected to some kind of bizarre technological mugging. The self-service checkout, a monument to our collective stupidity, a harbinger of the inevitable robot apocalypse, and a constant reminder that the future is probably going to be even more irritating than the present. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please like and subscribe.
You know by now, got stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we We laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat, it's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Right now, got stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat, it's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Tune in right now, got stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat, it's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast.